Hi, it's Doug Coy for SoWhatDoYouThink.com. Okay, the news today, Richard Roberts, the son of late Oral Roberts and the former president of Oral Roberts University, just got arrested the other night for drunk driving and speeding. Now, does this surprise me? Well, no, not really, because basically, we're all flawed. I mean, the Bible is full of saints who did stupid things. For example, King David had his fling with Bathsheba. The disciples of Jesus should have been called the Dirty Dozen. They were in conflict with each other, and when Jesus was going through the toughest time of his life, they copped out on him. Now, let's look at some of our political figures, for example. You look at the lives of John F. Kennedy. I mean, he was a womanizer. J.Edgar Hoover and his hidden relationship. And when we look into the lives of great men and women, we find out quite often, and sometimes we're amazed, that they had moral failures, just like you and me. Perhaps that is why the story of the woman who was caught in the act of adultery speaks to me. I mean, she was getting it on, and these guys walked in on her. Now, they brought her to Jesus. He addressed the accusers in kind of a neat way. He said, "You who have committed no sin, go ahead, throw the first stone." Jesus said, "Hey, they don't condemn you, either do I. Go and sin no more." That's kind of cool. Now, years ago, a guy by the name of Jim Bakker, he was a very prominent TV evangelist. You probably remember he and his wife, Tammy Faye. He ended up going to jail, and he was mocked, and he was humiliated in the newspapers and the media outlets. Well, what happened to him? It's actually quite an amazing story. He came out a better man. He never lost his love for God, and he is relating to people in a more powerful way today. So, as a person who's had a whole lot of struggles with being the person I would really like to be, and knowing how many times I have personally missed the mark, and realizing that I have no right to judge others when I have areas in my own life that I need to work out, I refuse to take any pleasure in hearing that Richard Roberts is human, just like you and I. And what I hope is that out of this tough times, Richard comes out a better man. To be honest, judging others only leaves me kind of empty inside. To encourage others when they fall creates a positive seed that I like to sow. Being human is not all it's cracked up to be. Hey, but there's really no option, is there? So, Doug Coy. So what do you think?